Well, Kira just ruined my Facebook Live, so just thought I'd tell you all. So today is about taking leaps of faith. We've just been talking about your why and sort of the purpose for the things that we do here. And it occurred to me what a leap of faith me and Adam took. Blind, stupid leap of faith maybe. But I suppose also Jack as well. So if you don't know, Adam has been with me for 4 years this month, actually, in February. Well, kind of. It was 4 years in April-ish, I think, because what happened is 4 years ago, he was at a company called Otis. It makes lifts, actually, not far from here. You might know Otis. They're a global company. You see the lifts all the time, or you certainly will do after I've mentioned it. And we filmed the Leicester Comedy Festival. And the deal was we went down to the Leicester Comedy Festival organisers, a guy called Jeff, and we said we'd love to film some of this. And at the time, me and Jordan, who were running the business, were kind of new into it. So we wanted just to give ourselves a bit of a pressured environment. And Adam had sent me an email. He says, I can see you doing these video things. Could I come and help out one time? So I said, it's great timing, actually. We're doing the comedy festival, and it's kind of 3 weeks of hard work, but if you want to come and help, you can. And we did, and I was working in London at the time. I would come back at 6 o'clock, meet Adam and Jordan, and we would go and film the comedy festival, sometimes till like 2 in the morning, and I would then get the train again at 7 to go to London. We were quite knackered at that time, but it was great. It was really interesting, and I said to Adam at the end of the comedy festival, I was like, if I've ever got a job, it's yours. But obviously at the minute we're still a growing company, so we can't really afford it. Fast forward then to April, and we kind of said on my stag do, was it my stag do? It might have been someone else's. No, it was mine, definitely, yeah. We said we need somebody else. Jordan was apparently too busy. He wasn't, he was just lazy. But he was apparently too busy, and I was like, let's get somebody else and help us out. And I said, why don't we go to Adam? So when we were just talking about it just then, Adam said, I'd been at Otis for, did you say 8 years? 8 years he'd been there, so he was probably going to get the sack anyway because his job was finishing soon, so I kind of probably saved him from that. But no, he'd been there 8 years, so it was kind of a leap of faith for him to leave the business. And actually, Adam's experience in that department was down to editing his own stuff. Elephant Susan, just go on YouTube and Google that. That'd be great. And so he'd been doing this stuff on his own, and he'd not got a degree, he'd not really got any professional experience. So it was a real leap of faith, not only for him quitting his job, a reasonably paid job at the time, to come and join us, but it was a leap of faith from us as well, because I didn't even know if he could do the job or not. And his first gig actually was, he joined us the week of the European SharePoint conference. So actually 2 days before he started with us, I sent him to Barcelona with Jordan, and they went and filmed the European SharePoint conference, which we've since filmed the next 3 years after that as well. So it was quite a baptism of fire. Then I was speaking to Jack, and with Jack we run Connect Websites, Connect IT. Same sort of thing. Jack had been travelling around New Zealand, Australia. Was it just New Zealand and Australia, Jack? They're the two main places. Did you go? Indonesia as well. Hate him for that because I've not been to any of those places. Singapore is as far as I've got over there. And he came back, and it was kind of a leap of faith as well. He came in and we said, let's try this thing. Let's see if we can do it. I said, I've got a few websites, so I'm making like 500 quid a month. So that can give us a bit of a start from it. And let's see if we can build this into something else. And we didn't really know each other. We could have hated each other. I certainly hate the fact that he's constantly swirling his hair like this all day, every day. But 12 months later, when we looked at it, in fact, just before Christmas, we'd been working together 18 months. But just before Christmas, we were kind of like, actually, this is going to work. We're doing a good job. So, big leap of faith for him. We said when we sat down and had the meeting, we were like, let's give it 12 months. And if it doesn't work out, we'll just walk away knowing that we tried. And we're 18 months and full steam ahead. So that's good. And then lastly Kira, who has been with us since the summer. She came this time the summer before for work experience. Applied at a few different places. They wouldn't have her, probably because she turned up late to interviews, maybe, stuff like that. We had an interview here. I'm joking. She couldn't find the place, but nobody can find this place. It's not really on the maps very well because it's a new development. But she turned up, did some work experience with us, unpaid work experience, I may add, for 6 weeks, and then went back to college. And it was about Christmas time, so just over a year ago, that she came and said, Matt, I'd really like to do an apprenticeship with you. So if you've got something in the summer, I'd like to finish my college course and then come and do an apprenticeship. And I was like, yeah, awesome, let's do it. So it was a bit of a leap of faith, really, to sort of stop going college and go university like a lot of her friends have. At 19, they've all sort of left home and gone elsewhere. And she's here with us, and she's been with us 6 months now, helping us build the digital marketing side of the business. 7 months now, she's just told me. Yeah, she's clearly well embedded enough to just sort of interrupt me during my Facebook Live and tell me it's 7. Correct, me, yeah. So leap of faith is important. I think it's important for everyone. It's hard to take the leap of faith, but sometimes, like with me and Adam, neither of us really knew whether it would work out, and it was a bit of a crazy thing to do because we could have failed very quickly. Most businesses do fail early on. So 4 years later, in hindsight, we can say it wasn't that bad a decision, was it? We're still here, and we're alive and kicking, and he's still doing that editing job as I speak. So, right, that's it, guys. Just thought I'd tell you about a few leaps of faith. I hope that's a little bit inspiring for people that are thinking about changing their career or thinking about starting a business or doing anything that requires what everyone says is getting outside your comfort zone, but really it's a leap of sometimes blind faith. Okay, bye-bye.